Jeff Ruso talks about scoring Star Trek Picard, and CBS opens up a whole new studio inside of Canada. Let's pour it up! All right, everybody, Ketwolski here. Welcome back to the show. We've got a very short one here for you today, just a couple of news stories. The first one up is Jeff Ruso, the composer for Star Trek Discovery and several other television shows, has shared some insights into his endeavor to score Star Trek Picard, who is obviously hired by Alex Kurtzman and CBS and everybody to kind of go ahead and kind of take the reins on getting that show scored for the first 10 episodes, the first season, which, you know, honestly is kind of interesting. It's something that I hadn't really thought of as being kind of a problem. When I think of Picard, of course, I think of the TNG theme and I think of TNG songs, but that's not really Picard's music. That's the Next Generation's music. And obviously I want to hear and feel some of those threads kind of pulled into the Picard show, but really he needs his own score, and we have no idea what that intro score is going to be like. We have no idea what that's going to sound like or be like, or what the whole musical theme for the show is really going to be like. Obviously they're trying to connect it a little bit thematically with Discovery, which ties into all of the other stuff we've heard about this show, which is it's going to be a little bit of Discovery and a little bit of TNG, you know, old school Trek kind of mashed together. So obviously they're going to try to do that with the music as well. So I'm really interested to see what Jeff Ruso does with the composition of the music. I thought the music of Star Trek Discovery was fantastic. I really enjoyed the theme and all the music that was kind of scored throughout both seasons. I don't really think too many people complained about that. I mean, obviously you're going to have the people who hate everything Star Trek Discovery, so they're going to hate on it regardless, but I don't think too many people really hated the music that Jeff Ruso did. So I'm very, very excited to see how that kind of plays out. The next story I want to go ahead and talk about is the unveiling of a mega studio complex that CBS has opened up inside of Toronto, Canada. I believe it's Toronto. It's 260,000 square feet, and they're planning on shooting over $200 million worth of television and films in Canada over the next few years. So they went ahead and decided to create this whole new mega complex specifically for CBS to kind of utilize for all of their different productions, to include Star Trek Discovery. That's why I'm kind of adding it into my kind of show here, because it directly relates to Star Trek Discovery. In fact, several of the Discovery cast members were on hand for the unveiling of the show, which makes sense because they obviously wanted some talent there, and they're already in Canada filming at the Pinewood Studios in Canada. So it makes sense that they kind of just trucked him over there to kind of be a part of the photo op and stuff, and cut the giant ribbon with the tiny scissors, as they say. So, you know, that's really exciting. I think it's interesting to see that, as much people as like to say that the show is terrible and CBS is falling apart and they don't have any money, clearly they got something going on, and they were doing this well before their deal with Paramount. So before anybody jumps on the whole, well, this is just because Paramount needs CBS more than CBS needs Paramount, if you look into the details there. And obviously a deal like this has been in the workings for quite a while. So congrats to the studio, congrats to what this means for Star Trek. Hopefully this means that perhaps the production costs overall will go down a little bit, and then you can reuse that money for maybe a new Pike show or some other kind of different Trek production that they can use it for without having to pay so much to a different lot fee. Okay, that kind of wraps up the news for today. There isn't so much news, and the reason for that being is that we are right on the cusp right now of launching New York Comic Con, and Star Trek has a massive presence. 2 full panels with Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Picard on Saturday, and I expect to see a lot of news coming out for both shows coming out, you know, on Saturday. Hopefully, possibly even some trailers. Maybe we're going to get some more still footage, maybe some more insider information about what's going on with the different productions and the different shows. But I think that's also why CBS as a whole has been kind of radio silent for the most part about different information coming out for the shows, and we haven't even heard anything about the short treks. But with New York Comic Con on the table, I did want to mention that coming up this week, I will be doing a live stream pre-show for New York Comic Con over on the Trek Central channel. Of course, I'll be sharing out the link when we actually go live. I think it's going to be tomorrow around 6 p.m.-ish, I think is the tentative time, Eastern time right now, but I'll send out the more official details once I actually have them. And, you know, if you're not already subscribed to Trek channel, the Trek Central's channel, if you are, you'll go ahead and make sure you hit that bell. You'll get get the notification. If not, if you're subscribed to the Ketwolski channel with the bell notification, obviously I will then, share it out to everybody, and you'll be able to see it very quickly and be able to join in on our pre-New York Comic-Con discussion, where we're going to be sharing a lot of our different ideas as to what to expect from the show, and then, of course, talking to all of you guys, the audience, and hopefully answering and talking to you guys through some of your questions. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into the rumor rundown. So there are no really big rumors kind of going on right now for Star Trek, which is great. I think we're doing a little bit of a calm before the storm. Obviously, there was a lot of fallout post-San Diego Comic-Con, if you guys do recall some of that stuff. So I would imagine we're going to get some of the same stuff again for New York Comic-Con, so hopefully we can combat that as soon as those things start popping up, and we'll get the truth out there, or try to fight back against maybe some of the rumor rumdowns or something like that people are trying to do, or some negativity that they're trying to throw onto the shows, or whatever that is. I did want to go ahead and say that there might be a rumor that the Ketwolski YouTube channel may have a Trello account. No, really? This isn't a paid advertisement, by the way. I recently started a Trello development working group board thing. I really like the idea of doing this. One of my favorite games right now is Astroneer, and the Astroneer developers do this for their own video game. And I thought this would be kind of fun to do for the Ketwolski channel, to let you guys, as the fans, kind of know what's going on. You can kind of log in there and see what different videos I have coming up, the different crossover events I'm going to do with other YouTubers are coming up. You kind of see some of my thought processes on some of the videos that I am working on, and really just get a general sense for what's happening inside of the Ketwolski YouTube channel. And it's free and open to the public. Anybody can view it at any point in time. I'll always be leaving this link now down in the description of all the videos. And if you want to comment on any of the things that are on there, you just need a Trello account. There's nothing I can do about that. You have to have a Trello account in order to comment on any of the things that are in there, but you can just use your Google account to sign up through that way. So that's up to you guys if you want to be able to do that. But for any of you super fans who want to know what's going on with the channel, the rumor is that you can go and find that out on Trello. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into our Trek Trivia question of the week. Okay, so last week's question was pretty easy, I think. It was basically, what instrument does Miles O'Brien play? And it is the cello. So congratulations to all of you guys and gals who got that answer right. I think people got that right almost immediately. I think someone said that he played the skin flute, which I think is just inappropriate. But congratulations to all of you that got that question right. This week's question is, how many times did Captain Kirk and the original series crew travel back in time? And this, for any of you guys who are maybe worried, this is strictly alpha canon, no beta canon sources. So any alpha canon instance that Captain Kirk and the original series crew went back in time, how many times did they do that? Go ahead and throw up your answers down below, and good luck to everyone. I'll wait a couple of days before I start hearting all of the answers, so obviously to try to give people an opportunity to get their answers in, and good luck. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into the comment of the week. Okay, so this week comment comes from user Civ5, and it says, really hope this flops. CBS destroyed Star Trek. I'm assuming all of you know Picard dies at the end of the first season, because this series isn't about Picard, it's about telling you how to think. Political message, because that's what entertainment's about now. Well, Civ5, I don't know if you've been keeping up with all of the Ketwolski Earl Grey videos, but you should be. Before making these little comments, but Patrick Stewart basically said just a few weeks ago that he's planning on being back in California to start filming the second season of Star Trek Picard in the first half of next year. So clearly he's not going to die in the very first season. So I don't know why you say that. And I don't like the idea that we should just immediately spread doom and gloom for a franchise that, we all love. That I assume you, commenting on a Star Trek video, love Star Trek, and just hoping that a new show completely flops is kind of the wrong attitude and the wrong approach there. And also, I don't think Picard or even Discovery is telling us how to think. Also, we have no idea what this Picard's going to be about, so assuming that is terrible. But good sci-fi challenges us to think. It doesn't tell us how to think. And I think and I hope that Picard and Discovery will continue to do that, and Star Trek as a whole will continue to do that in the future. Okay, that wraps up today's Earl Grey pour-up. Not a very long one. Again, the stories are kind of, very short right now because of Comic-Con coming up. And again, if you want to know a little bit about that Comic-Con stuff or any of my upcoming projects, again, check out that Trello page. It's going to be all on there. I'm going to be updating it regularly. And like I said, I will be sharing out the link once I go live with Trek Central, I believe tomorrow. And we'll be able to talk a little bit about one-on-one, me and him, and then obviously with all of you guys in the audience about what we expect to see from New York Comic-Con. And I'm super excited to see something new and something fun. We got such a slam dunk presentation from San Diego Comic-Con, and really the sky's the limit right now. So I hope that CBS and Secret Hideout and Alex Kurtzman continue to just knock it out of the park and give us some more exciting bits of information and show us off some more fun things on the horizon for Star Trek. Anyways, guys and gals, that wraps up again today's video. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about what is going to happen with the Picard's theme, the show's theme, and the different music. Do you think it's going to be kind of too TNG-ish, or do you think they're going to be making a little bit too Discovery? I'm curious to hear what you guys think about that. And do you think that the opening of this new studio is a sign of the times for Star Trek and CBS as a whole, in that we're on the uptick right now and everything's looking great? Or do you think it's a desperate attempt to try to keep the franchise alive and keep CBS above water, or whatever it is? I don't know. Throw up your ideas down below. Let's get that conversation started, and I'll catch all of y'all next time. Live long and prosper, my Trekkies.